This serene path leads to Hampton Plantation near McClellanville, South Carolina. The plantation's history begins in the late 1600s when a small group of French Huguenots left their homeland for religious freedom in the Carolinas. Some of the Huguenots settled along the Santee River Delta north of Charleston. Hampton Plantation is the product of the land acquisition of one of the prominent Huguenot families, the Orees. As in other plantations of the day, the front entrance would have been located originally on the side of the house next to the water. Transportation on the rivers was faster and more comfortable than traveling on horseback or in a buggy. The Hampton Plantation mansion was originally a modest farmhouse with 6 rooms. Most evidence would indicate a construction period of 1750, but work may have begun as early as the 1730s. The original farmhouse would have ended between the second and third windows from the right in this picture. The other side would have ended the same distance from the door. Order and symmetry were the order of the day for architecture of this period. If you look carefully here, you can see that the siding of the new section doesn't quite line up with the original siding. Also notice the simplicity of the entry porch. Next we have some photos taken in the original rooms of the house, including cutouts to show construction methods, and some of the original decorative details inside and out. These are the hurricane shutters, a necessity along the coastal Carolinas. By the mid-1780s, the farmhouse had been transformed through the addition of at least 6 rooms into the stately mansion we see today. The addition included a splendid ballroom. An equally elaborate dining room was added to the opposite side of the house, the structural details of which can be seen here. The dining room is actually 1.5 stories high, and faux windows were built in the attic to preserve the symmetry of the exterior view. Inside the house are also displays of an original slave inventory, toys used by children of the time period, and clothing of the day. Looking through the front door, which was originally the back of the house, visitors can see a huge live oak tree. This visit by George Washington in 1791 also precipitated the addition of the massive portico.
Plantation, mainly a rice plantation?
Yes, she got a big rice tree. Like what you see all these woods here, them bees, that used to be seeds.
Used to be rice.
Oh no, corn
seeds.
Cotton seeds.
Wow.
They're not all like that. Hampton used to bring cotton, corn, peas, peanuts, sweet potato, white potato, the thing we used to call guinea corn. Bring everything to had plenty, had a old big coat and radishes, and had plenty milk, plenty flour, plenty butter, some butter on fried.
Continuing outside, we see the kitchen house and the path leading to the river. Walking along the garden paths, we see beautiful plants even in the winter.
Whenever I think of life's light that must fade, that gleams in the glow, that must pass in the shade, when hopes that I had now but leave me afraid, with joy I remember the garden I made, the glimmering gardenias, the wildflowers wan, the red rose, the lily, as white as a swan. The garden I made will keep blossoming on when life with its fevers is faded and gone. Archibald Rutledge.
There are old garden benches with animals, including serpents, as a part of the design. Also located within the garden area is the family graveyard and more grand old oak trees. Continuing around the house, we see the George Washington oak and the Plantation Road leading us away from this glorious place.